Winter shoes need very different features to what you wear for the rest of the year. Better grip, more stability on wet and uneven surfaces, and breathability that still keeps you warm and dry. I tested 126 shoes this year, and these are the ones that consistently performed better in winter conditions. I'll break down the pros and cons of each of these so you'll know which are the best to look out for. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and all shoes are linked in the description below if you want to check out the latest prices. So the first shoe that we're going to talk about is the New Balance 880 V15. So the Gore-Tex version gives you that full waterproofing, but one of the downsides to this is it's not as breathable as the non-Gore-Tex version. It's got Fresh Foam X cushioning which gives you all day comfort underneath your foot with a real pillow-like feel, and it's one of the most underrated shoes in the New Balance range in my opinion. One of the downsides of this shoe is that the outsole grip isn't as good as some of the shoes that we're about to talk about. And that leads me in to the next shoe, which is the Hoka Challenger 8. Now this had a massive upgrade compared to the Challenger 7 with over 10 mils more of cushioning underneath your foot. So it's more of a max cushion comfort focused shoe compared to the previous iteration. It has 4mm lugs underneath your foot, give you great grip on trails, on grass or on muddy conditions. However, one of the downsides to this shoe is that it's got a classic narrow fit, so which you see in most Hoka shoes, but it does come in a wide version. If you're looking for more of a classic road to trail shoe, then we've got the Hoka Transport, which comes in a Gore-Tex and a non-Gore-Tex version as well. I really love that you can just slip into the shoe and it has the speed lacing. It doesn't have that huge amount of cushioning that we normally associate with Hoka, so you get a bit of a better ground contact feel, and it's got 3mm lugs underneath the shoe, which means it gives you great grip if you're walking on wet roads or if you want to move onto the trails or onto grassy surfaces. So it's a very versatile shoe, but again, just keep in mind it has the Hoka's narrow fit on top, although it comes in a wide version as well. And if you want more grip in your shoes, then we have to include the Topo MTN Racer 4. Now this is one of the lesser known brands on the market, but Topo have one of the best fits on the market. So it has an anatomical toe box which allows your toes to splay, but has a great lockdown in the midfoot and in the heel, so that keeps you really centered in the shoe as you move, but allows your toes to splay. Whereas some of the other shoes on the market has a wide toe box, but your foot moves around too much in the heel and the midfoot. Underneath we've got Vibrant Mega Grip, so that gives you exceptional grip on wet surfaces, and the 5mm lugs mean that you get grip on deep mud and snowy conditions, so it's an excellent option if you're going for more hardcore terrain. One of the downsides of having 5mm lugs is it's not a great option for the road. It doesn't mean that you can't wear it there, it just means that the lugs will wear down quicker. But if you're looking for a waterproof shoe with a little bit more stability, then we have the Asics GT-2000 Gore-Tex. So a bit of a mouthful, but it has excellent medial stability with its 3D guidance system that helps tilt your foot slightly outward. It can place extra pressure on the outside of your ankles, so if you're prone to ankle sprains, not an ideal option. But if you need a stability shoe that helps to offload the arch of your foot or the inner aspect of your foot, this is an excellent option. It's got FF Blast Max cushioning, which is similar to the Nova Blast 5 but not as bouncy, so it's a little bit firmer underfoot because it's got some lugs underneath, so that extra rubber makes it a little bit stiffer of a shoe, so it's a great road to trail option. However, some of the downsides are it increases the load on the outer aspect of the foot, and again it's a slightly narrower fit, but it is available in a wide. Then we have more of a stable neutral max cushion shoe in the Brooks Caldera 8. So this is an excellent option if you're looking for more of a trail focused shoe for long hikes, for long walks in the winter, whether you're in fields or going onto the mountains. It has a wide stable platform, a really soft comfortable cushioning underneath your foot that's not too mushy that makes it unstable, and it's one of the most popular shoes in the Brooks trail range. And if you feel like that cushioning is just too soft and not for you, then we've got the Cloudvista 2 waterproof. So it has Cloud's classic Cloudtech technology in the midsole, which is those holes that you see throughout the midsole, and it's quite deceptive as you would think that it's a really soft cushioning, but it's actually a really firm shoe. So as soon as you apply pressure to it, you feel that resistance and it tries to push you forward. So an excellent responsive shoe. They've done a great job in the more recent update of this shoe and giving you a better lockdown on top of the shoe, so you really stay stable in the shoe if you're going down a steep hill or if you're changing direction. Are known for having some of the best uppers on the market, so it's got a really durable waterproof membrane on top of the shoe and an excellent road to trail option overall. Then we can look towards a max cushion shoe and one of the best intros to the market this year, which was a New Balance Hierro V9. So it has New Balance's Fresh Foam X cushioning, similar to what we talked about in the 880, but there's a lot more cushioning and it's a lot softer underfoot. It's very responsive as well for a trail shoe. It's got Vibrant Mega Grip underneath your foot, again giving you great traction on wet surfaces, no slippage in snow or in deep mud. So an excellent option overall if you're looking for a responsive, max cushion, very stable underfoot shoe. Then we have an absolute bomb-proof shoe in the Hoka Stinson 7. Now this is Hoka's max stability trail shoe and one of the more unique trail shoes on the market in terms of the levels of stability that it provides. So it has Hoka's H-frame, which keeps you centered in the shoe as you move. It has large sidewalls as well, which come up, cradle your ankle, focusing on keeping you in the middle of the shoe throughout the whole gait cycle. Some people might not enjoy that extra pressure along the sidewalls, but the majority of the population won't notice it. It has 3mm broad lugs underneath the shoe, so you can use it as a road shoe or a shoe that transitions onto the trails or onto gravel. So quite a versatile shoe overall, but the downside of this shoe is it's quite heavy. Then we move on to one of the more popular brands in the road to trail industry, Salomon XA PRO 3D V9. So this is the 9th iteration of this shoe, which is hugely popular for a number of reasons. One reason is that it's one of the most torsionally stable shoes on the market, so it's really rigid underfoot. It has an excellent lockdown on top of the shoe, but still plenty of width, and it comes in a wide version as well. It's also unique in having an 11mm drop, so that's the difference from the back to the front of the shoe. So the torsional stability and the high drop makes it an excellent hiking shoe, especially if you're carrying a heavy backpack, as it just gives you that extra stability under your foot, with great lugs to give you excellent traction underfoot in all conditions. However, if you have any questions on any of these shoes, drop in the comment section below. We've also got links to all the shoes in the comment section if you want to check out the latest prices. Buying the shoes through the links helps fund our channel without affecting the price that you pay. Thank you very much for watching.